Hey everybody, good morning. It is Thursday morning and I didn't do my Wednesday weigh-in video, so I'm going to update you on that here. So for the month of January, I came down 4 pounds, which was great because I'm on the very last stretch and it's super, super duper hard. And then I had a 0.6 gain last week, which kind of baffled me a little bit, but not really. And guess what? I still had the Ziploc bag of Target popcorn at home yesterday, so my family and I were sharing that. So I had a lot of salty popcorn and didn't have a lot of water to drink like all day because I know that's bad, but I was in different locations where you just can't drink a lot of water because you'd have to go to the bathroom all the time, and that really wasn't accessible to me. So that was really hard for me. So then the next day I had all this extra weight, and then late before I went to bed, I had a bowl of bran cereal the night before weigh-in, which is also going to hold a ton of water, and I'm trying to stay gluten-free, and I just wasn't even thinking when I had it, but when I do have gluten, I find that I do get a little bit more inflammation. So just, doing the wrong stuff there for weigh-ins. But anyway, so I am point up this week. So wah, wah, wah. These are down, these are up. And so that's okay. I'm good with it. I know what's going on. I wasn't helping my body. It's trying to figure out everything, you know what I mean? Hormones, medication, all this other stuff. But it's okay. It's all good. I'm fine. I'm in a good place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a visual diary just for myself to kind of help keep me on track and accountable. For the next 7 days, I'm going to document all of my food and my exercise, even if it's a mention of what I did that day or something like that. And that's just going to be kind of like a video diary journal or something. And so I don't know, that'll help me. And so if that helps anybody else, that'd be great. And I'll show you my points that I have for that day. I'm on the purple plan, so my points are pretty tight, but I get a huge amount of non-pointed foods. So that's really good. I'll throw in some recipes there and try to look them up for the other 2 programs as well. So anyway, all right, guys, I will let you go for now. That's the update. I'll see you later. All right, so to start my day off, I am having some apple pie oats. Now, I do the growing oatmeal sometimes. It's an idea I got from Hungry Girl. So I have 1 cut up apple in here with 1/3 cup of rolled oats, 1 cup of unsweetened cashew milk, a tablespoon of chia seeds. I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and then I'm going to add about 3/4 cups of water, and I'm just going to I'm going to bring it to a boil and then slow cook it for a while until it thickens up, and it will thicken up. This is just so good to start the day with. I'm also going to add in a 1/4 cup of applesauce, and so this thing is just chock full of fiber. I'm steaming some broccoli. I'm going to top my oats with blueberry. This was so good. I also added some garlic salt and some fresh tomatoes to my broccoli, and I ate that before the oatmeal, so I had some oats left over. Took the boys on a hike. We actually climbed, this is kind of a small mountain, but trust me, it was a hike. I had an orange out there when we were hiking. We had a great time. Came home for lunch and made I've got some rotisserie chicken breasts here, like 2 ounces. I've got grapes, just a little handful, 1 stalk of celery cut up, 1 tablespoon of avocado mayo, salt, pepper, garlic salt, and if I had lemon juice, that would be good. I've got 1 medium baked potato and some homemade pinto beans and 0 Point Arizona diet tea. This was so good. I just love this chicken salad. I stuffed the potato with it. I ended up having 1 sugar-free hard candy afterward. Later, my husband made me a decaf coffee when he got home, so I had that. Now, tonight, I am going to be making some chicken meatloaves, and I got them here. They're called Hot Mama, I don't know, something or other here. Little turkey meatloaves, that's what they are, not chicken. I guess you could use chicken if you wanted to, but I got it out of this book here, Truly Healthy Family Cookbook. It is a really wonderful cookbook. I have to say they have some really great recipes in here. She's very inventive. So I picked this one up at the library. So if you want to take a look, I highly recommend the book. I am using one package, maybe a pound here of the ground turkey. I've got 93% fat-free, 1 cup of zucchini that's grated, 2 cups of sweet potato that's grated, and also I'm going to use a half of a cup of chopped onion. If you want more, use more, less, use less. I've got 3/4 cups of quick oats. It's the quick oats, 1 egg. I've got 2 teaspoons of the kosher salt here, which is amazing. I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground pepper. And I'm going to use, this is kind of like a little secret ingredient here. I've got like 2 teaspoons of adobo sauce, however you say it. I got it out of this, the chipotle peppers were in adobo sauce, and so I took it out of there. But if you don't have that, you can use maybe a tablespoon of the enchilada sauce, or if you don't have that, use some tomato sauce with some taco seasoning in it, and that'll just spice it up just a little bit. All right, so let's get started. I'll show you how to put this thing together. All right, the oven is getting preheated to 350, and in a saucepan up on top, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and then in goes my onions, and I'm going to saute those with my zucchini and sweet potatoes. I'm going to cook them until they're tender, about 6 minutes. So now I'm going to leave that off to the side to cool down while I mix up the other things. All of the other ingredients are going to go into this bowl here, the sauce. It seems like that sauce isn't going to make a difference, but it really does. It really adds a nice little flavor, a little flair. So I'm just going to put a little bit of pepper in here. And now, since the egg is uncooked in this, I'm going to add just a little bit of this in at a time because it's still pretty warm and I don't want my egg to cook. So I'm going to temper it by adding it a little bit at a time, and then that way my egg won't cook as I add the steamed vegetables in. Okay, so now I'm going to put it into a prepared muffin tin. So I've sprayed it with a little nonstick spray, and I'm just going to fill up each one as large as I want these. And I give my husband 2 of these, and I usually have like 1 whenever I have lunch or something. Okay, so these are all filled out, and I'm going to pop them in the oven, and they're going to be cooking for about 10 minutes. Now, while that's cooking, I'm going to make this little topping here. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of the ketchup, 2 tablespoons of the sugar-free barbecue sauce, and 2 teaspoons of this brown mustard. And oh my goodness, this is such a great little addition on top. So I'm just going to mix that up, add it to the top of this, and I'm going to bake it for another 5 minutes. All right, so in the meantime, this is what's for dinner tonight because that was a food prep for tomorrow. I'm using some of the John Souls Food beef fajitas. I'm heating that up with some fresh organic tomatoes, and I think I put some garlic salt in here to spice it up. I add that to everything. I love it. Okay, and then we're going to have one of these sprouted wheat pitas with a tablespoon of the hummus and maybe a tablespoon of the reduced fat Mexican cheese, maybe some green beans on the side, and that's going to be my dinner tonight. This was so amazing. Those pitas are soft. It makes all the difference in the world to have a nice, soft, comforting pita with dinner. And here are the meatloaves. They are out of the oven, and they're so good. My husband loves them, and I ended up having a banana for dessert.